sky. Squirrels in the trees stacking coins that fly. Numbers on the screen dancing in the night. Chasing golden dreams shining ultra bright. Yo, pump it up, make the charts go insane. Bitcoin fever running through every vein. Stack those sats, let the profits rain. Smokey Dan and the crew riding the gain train. Yeah. In the crypto forest where the secrets hum. Squirrels whisper codes where the riches come. No, mining deep tunnels through the digital haze. Building up a fortune in a pixel maze. Oh, pump it up, make the charts go insane. Bitcoin fever running through every vein. Stack those sats, let the profits rain. Smokey Dan and the crew riding the gain train. Hold tight through the highs and the lows. Volatility's the game everybody knows. No nuts too small, no risk too steep. The squirrels keep digging for that blockchain leap. Pump it up, make the charts go insane. Bitcoin fever running through every vein. Stack those sats, let the profits rain. Smokey Dan and the crew riding the gain train. Pump it up, make the charts go insane. Bitcoin fever running through every vein. Stack those sats, let the profits rain. Smokey Dan and the crew riding the gain train.
Good evening. Oh, let me close my door. 1 second. Did I say evening? It's morning. Good morning. Good morning. Or good afternoon for some of you Eastern people. What is going on, everybody? GPUs will come back, I bet. Mr. Peaceful, you know what? I mean, I hope so. I think GPUs will come back in some form. It's funny that altcoins have kind of been gaining some dominance now. It's kind of weird. This stream's not about. We're not going to talk about GPU mining. I don't want anyone to get into GPU mining because I'm gonna stay with my GPUs. I don't want to. Don't get into GPU mining. All right, just don't. I'm telling you, everyone right now. This is big disclaimer. Do not get into GPU mining. Only get into it if you have cheap, very cheap electric, and you are financially capable to handle it and sustain, you know, be okay with losing money. All right, massively. Like, just don't, just don't get into GPU mining. All right. Funny thing, Etika's pumping 85%, 263. Why is Etika pumping? What's going on here? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. What happened here? Whoa. Etika jumped from 2 cents to 12 cents February 1st. This is not too long ago. Wait, this is GPU mineable. Wait, what's going on? Or wait, CPU, wait, GPU and CPU. Hold on. This is weird. No, it's okay. I don't see Etika here anymore. Hash rate's probably. I bet your hash rate is just insane. Etika, eGaz, ETI, Etika, eGaz. Difficulty has not risen on Etika, ETI. Difficulty did rise February 1st. Ah, February 1st. Yeah. Random X. Okay, for CPU, yes, it did. Etika ETI did go up, but for the ETC hash one, this one did not go up. Okay. All right, never mind. All right, never mind. Let's not talk about that. That's called pump and dump, rude puts. Yes, yeah, I agree. What's up, bros? Welcome to the stream. 60 people here, 23 likes. Smash the like, bros. Okay. Big thing we wanna go through today. Okay, we're not talking about GPUs. GPU mining is dead. Don't get into it. So Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin mining is very, very interesting right now. Where Bitcoin's price is 67K. A lot of older inefficient models are no longer profitable by any reasonable electrical rate. So as of now at 8 cents per kilowatt hour, an S21 Plus is breaking even at 8 cents. Todd Rose, what's up, RPM? What's up, man? What's up, bros? Max Voltage, what's up? Automatic Beats, FPGAs on Etika. Automatic Beats, maybe? Probably. Only for those that can, you know, have the private bit streams and have access to the private bit stream stuff. So Bitcoin mining is getting kind of very close to breaking even at depending which models you have. I have an A15 Pro and it's breaking even at my electrical rate roughly. Avalon Mini 3s, Avalon Qs are breaking even at like 7 cents now. Like it's funny to say that, because the reason why, even though these are like, you know, semi latest and greatest miners, you know how much hardware there is on the network. It's climbed almost 10x since 2020. So Bitcoin's price hasn't 10x'd, you know, in a sense, and so difficulty has risen quite substantially, obviously, over the past couple of years. And so now we've come to a point where Bitcoin mining, even with an S21 Plus at 8 cents is just breaking even. If you know these S21 Pluses, I clearly remember receiving one and testing one just last year. These came out last year, like literally a year ago, and now, you know, they're breaking even at 8 cents. Now, of course, anyone with, you know, 5 cents or 6 cents, they're still gonna be okay, which I think we can all agree majority of the hash rate right now for Bitcoin is truly massive farms with 2, 3, 4 cents electric. you know, and maybe some with hydro units, and they're scaled. They're at a massive scale, right? Compared to home miners. So, you know, it's quite brutal in that regard. And I think the only saving grace we have here for anyone, you know, at a reasonable electrical rate, and when I say reasonable, I'm talking like 8 or 9 cents. You know, it's not, which not very many people have, but even at 9 cents, you know, all these like nerd QX pluses, BitX gammas, you know, they're all breaking even at like 9 cents compared to their efficiency. But look, you know what's even more brutal is like a Bitmain S21 XP currently is like making 60 cents at 9 cents electric. So this is where we're talking about the marginal difference here between the efficiencies that have been coming out for a lot of these ASIC miners, and then compared to the power cost. We're now bridging between very, very marginal difference in terms of the efficiency gain and the electrical price. Under 10 cents now, under 9 cents is the floor. I think the floor, it's funny to, it's really bad to say the floor for an S21 XP is 9 cents basically. So anyone above 9 cents electric, Bitcoin mining for you, you're currently mining at a loss. So anyone with all these, you know, solo miners, so anyone with the homegrown, you know, like open source, decentralization, I get it, all that stuff. BitX gammas, nerd QX pluses, any home residential miner is now at a loss. Anyone above 9 cents is losing right now, mining at home. I get it. These smaller ones, they take 90, 100, 140 watts, 200 watts, couple hundred watts. Majority of people don't care. Majority of people are gonna pay that out of pocket. They're gonna, I mean, we're talking like $1 or $2 a day, maybe less than that. Let's just see here. Let me just do a quick calculation. Like an Avalon Nano 3S, 140 watts. So that's 0.14 kilowatt, right? Times, let's say 0.09 cents. That's a penny times 24 hours. So it costs 30 cents. It costs you 30 cents to run an Avalon Nano 3S at 9 cents per kilowatt hour electric. So, I mean, 30 days, that's $9. So you're spending $9 a month to run your Avalon Nano 3S at home. So majority of people who are running these at home don't care. They don't care about the electric. And majority of people who are solo mining, they're not going to care. They're obviously not going to care. Anyone who has solar or free power, and they're going ham, right? And that, I think that's majority. You're going to see majority of those types of people be the vocal majority, especially on our YouTube channels here. So going down, yeah, anyone like 9 cents electric, yeah, S21 Pros, Mini 3s, S21s. I mean, S21s are now losing $1 over 9 cents currently. So yeah, I think majority of people aren't going to be really caring for those that are running lesser powered stuff at home. You know what's interesting? The proto rig. Whatever happened to the proto rig? I think the proto rig is being released or being sold to the only like institutional investors only. So obviously that's going to be for people that are like what, 6 or 7 cents. I'm assuming. The proto rig. Yeah, this one's very interesting. Where did the proto rig go? Proto. Yeah, proto rig at 6 cents is making $8 a day at 6 cents. So that is an interesting one. Very, very interesting one. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin mining is quite rough right now. If you don't have below, I'm gonna say like 6-7 cents, you're really not making much, and unless you have the latest and greatest Bitcoin miners, which I doubt anybody in this live chat, including myself, we don't have any of these. Anyone here have an S23 Hydro? No. Anyone here have an A3 Pro Hydro? No. Anybody here with a proto rig? No. Anybody here with a S23 immersion? Definitely not. Anybody here with an M73S? Guarantee not. Anybody here with an M76, A3 Pro Air, A16 XP? None of these are released. The general public don't have these. You know what? They should just remove these from mine. All the profitability websites need to remove these right now. You know what? They should only show these until they're actually shipping and available to buy. You know what? That's it. I'm S23. Even at 6 cents, S23 is $5. Nobody has this. All right? Nobody has these right now. Unless you're some massive farm with straight ties to Bitmain and you're getting first batch. And yeah, you know, like if we could just like remove all of these units, nobody has these. Like I think, yeah, the X16 XP is not shipping yet until like next month or next couple months or something. Nobody has this. Nobody has this. And Rudeput says, RedPandaMining, let me explain. If you mine at a loss, you're exchanging electricity for Bitcoin, and if you don't have to buy them, which saves you money on fees. Rudeputs, I 100% get, I 100% understand that. And but big but, you would just be better off buying the coin at this point in time, because if you, everyone here believes Bitcoin is obviously going to go to way higher highs. We all know that. I don't even need to express that on this channel. I don't need to express that Bitcoin is going to go higher in the future, right? Our time horizons, all of us, we all have long-term goals. I don't need to explain that, right? Just let me know in the chat. Like, I don't need to express that at all. If for anyone here that's been with me for the past 8 or 9 years on YouTube, I don't need to express that, right? We all understand that Bitcoin, crypto in general, I think eventually is going to go to higher highs. Short term, probably not. Long term, yes, right? Long term, we all agree here. I think everyone in this live stream, or anyone that watches this after the fact, understands crypto. We understand that Bitcoin is going to go to higher highs in the future. I have no doubt in my mind that is, we are obviously going to go to higher highs. Obviously, Bitcoin is obviously going to go to higher highs. But what I'm trying to express here, okay, is that we are now coming to a point where hardware, electrical price, we have hit this. We're getting very close to hitting like the equilibrium here. All right, this is where the floor for cheap electric and like mining at home at any sub 9 cents, like I'm gonna say the floor for majority of the hardware is gonna be 9 or 8 cents, breaking even realistically. And it's just come to that point where Bitcoin mining is, if you don't really have true cheap electric, like under 5-6 cents now, it's like this losing, diminishing return. And you've seen that happen because Bitcoin's price, Bitcoin's difficulty and hash rate has climbed substantially. And so now there's been so much hardware, and you know how Bitcoin mining or crypto mining in general is a very competitive game, right? Bitcoin mining is very competitive now. So it's come to this point where no home residential miner can even make a profit at all. If we're talking about profitability, I understand mine and hodl Bitcoin for the future. I understand that, but I think it's come to the point where we shouldn't. I think majority of people at home should not be buying, an S21 XP at like 11-15 cents electric like that. I think those days are long gone now. I think that's long gone since like last year. So Bitcoin mining, buying Bitcoin miners for home residential miners, even at like 10 cents electric, it's gonna be see, at 10 cents electric, an S21 XP loses. It's gonna be a lost cause. Let me just put it that way. It's going to be a lost cause for you. So I just wanted to, like, you know, I want to express that it's very difficult now. And if you're thinking of having an ROI of at least, you know, a couple years, and you're willing to pay your electrical bill out of pocket, and we all truly believe Bitcoin's going to go to higher highs. I get it. We all get that. It's just the amount of effort, time, heat, management, electricity paying out of pocket. It's getting to that point where it's just not worth it, and it's just not worth it anymore. So unless you are able to get it hosted for much cheaper electric, or you have access to cheaper electricity, or maybe you have a big solar system, or maybe you have free power, you know, all this kind of stuff. And BRRE, exactly. BRRE, yeah, the next Bitcoin halving is coming up, which I think it's actually, I think the Bitcoin halving is a bullish event, to be honest. Like, I know it's going to be in 780 days, so we're going to be dropping down from 3.125 to 1.56. 780 days. And you know what? I actually wanted to do a video here, because now we've actually been you know, people solo mining. It's getting hard. It's actually getting much harder. If people don't realize this, that Bitcoin's difficulty over the past 5 years has climbed up like 10x, right? Solo mining Bitcoin has definitely gotten difficult, more difficult than what it was. But for us to now just to see how many Bitcoin blocks have been found, you know, by a typical home solo miner, you know, I'm trying to find the where the heck is the Bitcoin solo block tracker? There it is. Okay, so Public Pool just recently found a solo block 2 days ago. All right, there's somebody with a Umbrel installation using Public Pool. So solo mining that, someone found one 2 days ago. The previous one was December 22nd. Actually, no, there was another one. I don't think it's tracked on here. I think there's another one. But ultimately, I think in the past, let's just say 2025, there was about 22 solo blocks found. So if you do the math, if you just do the quick math here, if we have 780 days left, so this is about, how many years is this? 2 years and a bit. 365 times 2, yeah, so it's 2 years and like a couple months. 2 years and a couple months until we get the next Bitcoin halving. So from today until the next Bitcoin halving, realistically, if you just do some quick brain math here, I think there's going to be another roughly around 40 to 50 blocks average that's going to be found in the next 780 days. We have realistically another 50 solo blocks, you know, to find a Bitcoin block. So understand the 50 people, let's just say that's 50 people, 50 independent people are going to hit a Bitcoin block in the next 780 days solo. Just averaging there. All right. So out of the hundreds of thousands of people, or millions, I'm going to say hundreds of thousands of people, not millions, that are solo mining. I think there's going to be less than 1 million people in the world are solo mining right now. Do you guys agree? You guys agree on that, or more? Maybe it's in the millions. I don't know. But anyways, just think about the percentage. 50 people, let's just say 50 blocks, and we have like 1 million people solo mining. What's the percentage there? Like 99%, 99.99 something percent are not going to be hitting a block. So it's, you know, we have 780 days left to people that are going to be trying their luck on hitting a solo, on hitting a block. It's it's a game that I've come to realize I don't think I'm ever going to hit the block. And so I've kind of been thinking about just porting everything over to Bitcoin Cash, or not just solo mining Bitcoin Cash, but just maybe just back to pool mining. You know, I don't think I'm lucky. Yeah, Todd Rose, I don't think I'm that lucky. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I'm that lucky as well, you know. So it's like, do I want to risk paying my electrical bill for which I have over 500 600 terahash. I was mining with 600 terahash solo mining Bitcoin, and you know, to me that's I'm running how much power is that? 600 terahash. I was using like 2 3 plus 2 big miner Avalon Q 1670. I think I was using like 9,000 watts, right? So if I'm using, let's just say 9 kilowatt times my electric, 0.74 roughly. Oops, 0.74. That's 66 cents an hour times 24. So I'm spending like $16 a day. I was spending $16 a day just out of pocket every day solo mining Bitcoin, right? And you know, am I willing to, let's just say over the next 780 days times, you know, am I willing, you know, am I personally willing to spend over the next 780 days $12,467 to solo mine Bitcoin? And when I did that calculation, I was like, hell no. Hell no. Am I gonna run 600 terahash out of pocket for the next 780 days? No, definitely not. When I looked at that number, I was like, okay, dude, think about, and I was just thinking like, okay, out of the millions of people who are also solo mining, and if we are really realistically only going to get 50 blocks in the next 780 days for solo miners on average, think about how much money think about how much money the electrical companies are getting for free versus us, you know, solo mining out of pocket. You know, it's quite amazing, right? It's quite amazing to see, you know, how much money we're all willing to spend to solo mine Bitcoin at this point. And I get it. I get the whole side of Bitcoin mining. You know, we're securing the blockchain, decentralization. I understand all of that, but the main thing that comes down to is your wallet and, you know, your financial situation. Do I want to spend 12, 13 grand for the next 780 days to solo mine? You know, do I want to do that? And so that's a question you're going to have to ask yourself. And that's something where I kind of wanted to do a video about this, because it's like, it's a daunting like sunk feeling in my stomach, right? Anybody who is like, you know, solo mining is, you know, testing their luck, trying their luck, obviously, on trying to hit a block. But realistically, out of the millions of people who are solo mining right now, we are in the next 780 days, we're going to get like, you know, 40 to 50 blocks solo. So, and another thing is, these blocks that were found last year, they all haven't been, you know, little solo miners. Majority of them have been like rented hash rate or bigger solo miners with, you know, 20, 30 petahash, right? So it's something where not everybody, you know, not every single small, like, I wish we could figure out how many small miners were, you know, Nerd QX++s. I think last year, I do recall a Nerd QX++ finding a block last year. We did verify that. I think we did verify another one was a BitX Gamma. That was last year as well, but that only happened once, right? So I just wanted to give this perspective for people, because, you know, this, you got to understand, for people that are going to try solo mining, it could be a very expensive venture, and it's a very risky and you know, adventure. It is an adventure as well. But, you know, Descartes, good move after selling a bunch of mini solo miners. And Descartes, all right, and who's in this? We got 122 people here, 36 likes. Smash the like, bros. I'm actually thinking about just, I'm gonna start selling the ones that I have, because I have way too many, and it doesn't make sense for me to run all of them. And I'd rather just mine. I'd rather just mine with a bigger boy one, you know what I mean? Like Avalon Qs or something. So I stay tuned on the channel. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't watched yesterday's video, my video titled "The Best Crypto Miners for Home Mining 2026," Crypto Miner Bros, we're giving away An Avalon Q. I'm choosing the winner live on March 1st. All right, that's in 10 or 11 days from now. All right, an Avalon Q. Crypto Miner Bros is giving one of these away. All right, so you guys gotta watch the video, hit like on the video and share it and do all that stuff, and that's how you participate. Well, the main thing is get your comment in, because that's how I'm gonna choose the winner. So get your comments in. And you know, another thing, you know, I'm not trying to be, you know, the bearer of bad news. I'm not trying to be negative. You know, I'm not trying to be pessimistic. Or I am, but I mainly wanted to give this information to people because I understand people want to try their luck, but I think, you know, people really got to think about how much, you know, are they willing to spend out of pocket for the next couple years, you know, trying to solo mine. And out of the millions of people who are solo mining, you know, 99.97% of them out there are not going to hit a block. So just, you know, the expectations for someone to hit a block is extremely low. And another thing actually I wanted to talk about, which I do want to talk about in that video, is the mempool. I think this is one people also discredit. Okay, I'm not okay. So there's something called the mempool, and bigger mining pools like Foundry, bigger mining pools, Foundry and Pool via BTC, they have a way to process all this much faster. They're also in data centers, so their latency is much better. You know, where they're able to, okay, I'm gonna butcher this, but like basically bigger pools with a lot of hash rate have a much higher chance, or have been having a much higher chance hitting blocks versus you know, the sovereign, you know, individual solo mining Bitcoin at home. So the mempool, there's something regarding mempool, and they're also having they're conjoining the transactions together to have a faster orphan blocks as well. There's also something regarding orphans. There's majority of us who have a node at home, you know, we're not optimized like these guys via BTC, Foundry. You know, all the big mining pools have a much more optimized backend. Latency plays the part, also, as well as the mempool. So this is, it's definitely rigged to their favor. If you guys understand Luxor, all these types, Binance, Spiderpool, via BTC, Afterpool, Ampool, Foundry, all these top pools here are kind of, in a sense, manipulating the mempool. And so they're able to benefit from hitting blocks a lot more than one of us, obviously. And so that's another thing that's kind of like against solo miners in a way, is they're able to they're truly able to benefit from it versus someone that's like us that are trying to hit a block. So this, I'm trying to find the chart. Where is it? Let's see here. I'm trying to find the mem. 1 second here. Where is it here? Where is it? I'm trying to find it. It shows, man, where is it? I saw it. I was just looking. I was trying to understand the whole mempool, because that's actually plays a massive part. Where is it? Where is that chart? I just found it. Let's see here. Halving's in the next. Joker Miner. Canada men's and women's hockey no gold. Joker Miner. Canada.
One donated $2 through super chat. Canada men's and women hockey no gold smile.
Canada is going to destroy the Americans in hockey. Okay. All right. They're gonna destroy. All right. The USA men have no chance. They have literally no chance Okay, understand that Canada men hockey is unbeatable. All right, the women's gold hockey game yesterday, brutal. Lucky. I'm gonna say that was lucky. The USA women's hockey, they got lucky, man. They got extremely lucky. All right, that goal was pure luck. All right, complete and utter luck. Okay, I can't for the life of me find the mempool. Where is it? Mempool mining. Block fees, block rewards, lightning acceleration, lightning network. Where is it? It was showing the. Man, I'm so brutal here. Canada was cheating at curling. No, they weren't. J-Rod, you can't talk like that. USA all the way. They are losing to Finland. Joker Miner, there's no way Canada men's losing to Finland. There's absolutely no way. Wait, is that game today? Canada versus Finland. Women's live. Oh, it's 2-2. Are you kidding me? It's 2-2. Oh, there's no way. Are you serious? Are you for real? It's live right now. I'm not gonna stream it, but okay, 2-2. How does Finland have 2 goals? That's incredible. That's incredible. J Styles, RPM losing all his viewers as he speaks. That's like 99%. That's funny. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. Hobbyist Miner, good afternoon from 50,000 feet. I am heading to visit RPM. Hobbyist Miner, don't come into Canada. You don't want to come to Canada. Stay far away. That's funny. Ding. Perhaps you should solo mine BTC then, RedPandaMining. Jock McMiner, I'm definitely not gonna solo mine Bitcoin anymore, because after what I've just dauntingly figured out regarding a few things. Okay, I mean, solo mining is very different. Is a very difficult thing to do. Anyone that doesn't have like fiber internet, I was actually reading something, and I was actually talking to someone about this. Is, you know what's actually better than having a node at home? It's actually having a instance at a data center, because a lot of these bigger data centers, especially for the mining pools, have obviously the best latency, right? And if your connection is not great at home, like if you don't have like fiber internet, not even like if you don't have like solid internet, even on a crappy internet connection, not even fiber, right? Coax copper, right? You have a much higher chance, like your node is not going to be able to sync fast enough, to tell the other nodes that you found a block. So there's higher chance, because you're gonna then have an orphan block or something like that. So these bigger pools have all access to the main data centers, the main hubs for a lot of these pools. The connection for their nodes for Bitcoin is much higher. Their mempool is instant. Like the transaction speeds for those servers, on servers, they have a higher latency, lower latency, and much higher processing as well. So thinking about all, you guys understand, like when high frequency traders, they all want to move to Wall Street. They all want to move there, right down to the data centers. They're like, everyone has fiber. Everyone has the lowest latency stuff connection for high frequency trading. It's the exact same idea as for solo Bitcoin mining. I remember we actually talked about this long time ago. Okay, you guys remember Ethereum? Remember back in the day of Ethereum mining? Remember when we could mine Ethereum? I remember talking to a guy who moved his or who was really close to 2 miners, and they were solo mining directly. They had a proxy going to 2 miners for solo mining Ethereum back in the day, and they were hitting blocks like mad, you know, like they were hitting blocks like crazy. And it was better than solo mining for them because they had the fiber connection right directly to the data center where 2 miners was hosted. So for them, solo mining to that connection right there, like literally like a block away or something, they were able to hit blocks like mad. So I was like, when this we found this out like when Ethereum was mineable back in 2021, there were people who created these proxies. And so actually this is one thing I've been wanting to get into, is figuring out if I made like a proxy, you know, I'm on the west side of Canada. So if I made a proxy in it's like Seattle, at a Seattle data center, it may be better for me because I have like my latency to a Seattle Seattle is like 2 milliseconds. So if it would be better for me to make a virtual machine or host a server at a data center, then create my own Bitcoin node, solo node, and a stratum for myself, that might be better than to ultimately have one at home. Because having it at home, again, and this is another thing, is a lot of us that have home ISPs, right? Our ISPs have a lot of other hoops and loops that we all go through. Having it, you know, going straight to near a data center has access to a lot of the other higher end hardware and nodes that have much lower latency. So it's kind of like a game. It's just like high frequency traders. They want to have the fastest connection. They want to be right in Wall Street to do all that kind of stuff. So it's just like, you know, it's
Jokerminer1 donated $2 through super chat.
Jokerminer, thank you for doing McKinnon for the win. RPM 35 seconds left in the game. Where? Who's winning? Let me see. Where's the game? 3-2. Yeah. Okay, McKinnon. Nice. 35 seconds left. Okay, good. Heck yeah. Hobbyist miner, Blood Crow, T1s. I remember when you could bundle a T1. Wild speeds 3 down. Yeah. T1 connection. I remember that too. Yeah. You bundled just like 4 coaxials together. I'm trying to find that mempool thing. Am I just blind, or did they change it? They must have changed this. Anyway, let me see here. Foundry. Foundry is just finding everything, man. 9 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago, 32 minutes ago. They're just finding every block, every hour. There's how many blocks in Bitcoin a day? 10 minutes, 60, 140 something. 10-minute block time, 66 times how many hours? 24. 144 blocks a day, dude. Foundry is literally finding like all of them. Let's just see today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 46. So out of the 144 blocks found, 46 have been found on Foundry today. Dude, Foundry is like getting like 30%. How much percentage is that difference? I don't know, 30, 35% of the blocks every day. That's wild, man. Dude, that's wild. That is so wild. Foundry, 331 exahash. They have 26.8% of the network hash rate. So they're finding more than... Okay, they're definitely like... They must be really lucky then. Foundry must be very lucky. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely wild. Okay, I'm seriously trying to find the chart where, you know, all the top pools are conjoining the mempool. They're pretty much like they're like cheating the system somehow. I'm trying to find it. Damn it. Where is it? Okay, let me find it on Google here. They have to have a huge facility. No, Foundry. I mean, yeah, the bigger players are all pointed to Foundry. The bigger players. Mempool. Let me just see here. Mempool size. I don't know where it is. Let's see here. Yeah, so several major Bitcoin mining pools have partnered with the Mempool open source project to expedite transactions. So the initial mining pools that are joined the initiative are Foundry, Mara, SBI Crypto, Spider Pool, and Ocean Pool. So it's a service that, okay, here, let's block. Okay, these pools are specifically partnering in Mempool Accelerator, a service that allows for acceleration of unconfirmed transactions directly through block producer, often for a fee. Collectively, these partners account for approximately 40% of Bitcoin's global hash rate. While many nodes maintain their own independent mempools to store transaction data, the entities above are the only ones officially partnering with mempool.space accelerator service. AKA, they're cheating the system. Decentralization at its finest. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So this happened in 2024. Let's see here. I'm trying to find it, man. I'm trying to find the accelerator. Mempool accelerator. Is this it? Oh man. Transaction stuck? Mempool accelerator fixes this. Okay, here it goes. What is Mempool accelerator? It's a service to get your stuck transactions confirmed by paying out a out-of-band fee. How does Mempool accelerator work? Accelerator sends your acceleration request to our mining pool partners. Partners who choose to accept your acceleration request prioritize your transaction based on your new accelerated fee rate. For example, if you use Mempool Accelerator to accelerate 1 SAT VB transaction to a 20 SAT VB target fee rate, mining pool partners will treat the transaction as though it has 20 SAT VB fee rate. What payment methods are accepted? We pay Lightning. Okay. So where I'm trying to find the recent accelerations. Mined completed 2 hours ago. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to find the graph though. I'm trying to find the graph. I just had it. Dashboard. Oh, here. No, this is not it. I'm trying to find that there's an active diagram. I can't find it. It doesn't show it here. It's like it's similar to this, but it shows which pool is basically having the transactions pooled up. Anyway, okay, I don't know where it is. I'm gonna find it later. I just had it like last time. RPM, I use PowerPool to mine LTC Dogecoin, so far so good, but what's your opinion of that pool? Todder Rose, I've been using PowerPool for the past 6 months and it's been perfect. I love everything about PowerPool. I have everything towards it. Right now, my whole strategy now has been mining into Bitcoin, and so I have everything from my Dash, Ethereum Classic, Script, Bitcoin miners. I got everything going into Bitcoin on PowerPool right now. I was predominantly going USDC when, you know, my miners, you know, over the past, I don't know, half year, they were predominantly getting USDC. Because a lot of the miners I had, like L9s and whatnot, they're making 20, 30, $50 a day, right? So I think getting the dollar, you know, USDC out of it was a better idea versus mining into something, because your profitability during those times over the past year was much better, but now it's down in the dumps. So now I've switched my strategy into going into Bitcoin. Yeah. RPM, no, any good US solo Doge LTC merge mining pools? Yeah, I actually just found one that I've been trying this one recently. Lightsolo.org. Yeah, I've been trying this one because this one does Litecoin and Dogecoin. This is a subsidiary of Litecoin Pool. Litecoinpool.org, another famous mining pool. So this is like another one of their other pools that I'm trying right now. I haven't hit a block, or I haven't hit anything, but this is one. They have a US one and a Europe one. Here, I'll put in the chat. I don't have anything. Your audio is like half of the YouTube average. Mad boost needed. You can't hear me? Test. Testing. Is my audio not? Dude, you got to up your volume. I'm maxed. I am maxed out, man. I'm maxed out. I'm literally maxed out. Say that again, Red Panda. How are they cheating the system? Tungsten 12305. They're not okay. They're not necessarily cheating the system. What's apparent for a lot of these bigger pools is they have the massive they have the benefit of being at data centers. So the biggest thing there is their hardware. It's all enterprise level. Everything is all, you know, the lowest latency possible, versus someone at home that's maybe not on fiber, is maybe on a coaxial connection, and you have your own mempool, and that node you have on a singular small computer isn't faster than these guys who have them on data centers that have much lower latency, and they have higher connections, faster connections to all the other nodes that are going to be able to signal if they hit a block and spread that transaction out to the other nodes. You understand what I'm saying? The transactions that these nodes are getting are much faster than someone that's going to be mining something like this at home. I'm not saying we're not seeing blocks hit. Okay, I'm not saying that this is not possible, but what I'm trying to get at is that these bigger players, they have obviously a much higher, better and faster chance compared to a lot of the home miners that are out there. So again, it goes towards the thing about over the next 780 days, if we're finding about 22 blocks a year on average solo, if we got another 2 years left of Bitcoin mining, the next halving coming up at down to 1.5 Bitcoin, it's just the daunting feeling of, there's millions of people that are solo mining Bitcoin right now, and it's very difficult, right? It's just everyone needs to understand that it's very difficult now to solo mine Bitcoin. And so like us over Wi-Fi, yeah, anyone who's doing, if anyone has a Bitcoin node over Wi-Fi, you are at a very severe disadvantage. Yes, you are at a very severe disadvantage if you are for anyone that's mining, even solo mining over Wi-Fi with Wi-Fi devices. Hence why, if you are able to have like an Ethernet, which we've seen the Ethernet mods, on a lot of these on a lot of these you know, nerd QX pluses and whatnot. We've seen people mod them out to put Ethernet on them and whatnot. So, you know, it's the latency matters for sure. Otherwise, for people at home, and you know, you potentially find a block, you might get an orphan because your node wasn't fast enough to signal it to the other nodes, versus, you know, maybe a massive entity like Foundry, who's definitely finding a lot of blocks. Yeah, definitely. Rusty Bucket 5465, home miners best advice: buy the coins. Sad but true. And this is Rusty Bucket. I've basically come to terms with that. You know, for myself, even though I got fiber, you know, even though I say I think I have pretty good, you know, infrastructure myself, it's rough. It's rough for me. It's pretty rough for me to be able to solo mine. My chances of hitting a block. And there's another thing I was looking at, the node map. Google.com Bitcoin node map. The node map. Okay, geography. You know what's another thing that I was also talking about is geography. Bitcoin nodes. Okay, I need a good Bitcoin node website. Okay, this site is definitely frozen. Geography for Bitcoin nodes. Okay, let's see here. I gotta find it again, but majority of a lot of the nodes are going to be at bigger data centers that, again, because of the mining pools, they are concentrated at data centers, right? A lot of these mining pools that are finding the blocks are going to have the fastest, you know, servers at data centers, you know, fastest internet, lowest latency. Those guys are basically winning. Smokey Dan, I am not late. You started too early. Start over. Thanks. Also, what are we talking about? How are you doing? Smokey Dan, I'm doing just great. I'm doing perfect, my friend. Anyone joining up, don't forget, we're doing an Avalon Q giveaway in yesterday's video. So watch the video and comment up. We're giving away one of these Avalon Qs March 1st. Okay? March 1st. Tungsten, I guess I'm at a huge disadvantage. I didn't even realize it until now. It's not only, you know, yeah, the disadvantages for all of us solo mining at home is, one, compared to, you know, Mara or all these bigger entities, they have their own mempool, which they're conjoining together because of mempool.space. They're all at servers, data centers, you know, they have lower latency, enterprise hardware, and here we, you know, they have excellent, faster connections to all the bigger nodes versus all of us that are spread across the world, which we have a much higher chance to have an orphan block. So majority of us that are, you know, gonna signal that we found a block, you gotta be faster than everybody else. That's all I'm saying. Every millisecond counts. We're talking milliseconds, man. Like, I think just all the way down to 1, you know, like, you gotta be fast, you know. Let's see here. But when you can't buy the coin, you don't have a exchange where you can do that. RedPandaMining, Rootputs, then yeah, mining. If you want to mine and spend the electric, that's the best way as well. The next best way would be to mine some Bitcoin. But you know, you know, Smokey Dan, what's up, man? Jockman Miner, and that's what it really comes down to. Totter Rose. I just really wanted to get down in the weeds regarding, you know, solo mining, because it's a very competitive game. Crypto mining in nature is very competitive. It's a very competitive thing. And we're competing against all these bigger players, the bigger pools. And, you know, there's millions of us, right? There's millions of us who are we're all trying to solo mine. But, you know, the daunting feeling of myself, you know, like I said, if I were to solo mine Bitcoin for the next 780 days with 600 terahash, I'd be spending $12,000 over the next 780 days on electric at my 74 cents. Do I want to spend 12 grand to solo mine Bitcoin with 600 terahash over the next 780 days? Am I extremely lucky that I'm going to hit a block, you know, potentially, you know, the 50 blocks on average for the next 780 days of a solo miner? Am I going to hit that block? Am I going to hit it? Am I lucky enough out of millions of people, all the other people that are solo mining out there? Am I lucky enough to be willing to spend 12 grand on electricity for, you know, 500, 600 terahash of miners at home for the next 780 days? Am I going to do that? Should I do that? Start poll. When I did this calculation, like when I did this calculation, I was like, I had this sunk feeling in my stomach. I had this like sunk feeling, you know. You know, out of the millions of people who are all solo mining right now, and for me to have a chance to hit a 3.125 Bitcoin block in the next 780 days, do I want to spend 12 grand over the next 780 days, you know, to for a chance for a Bitcoin to hit a Bitcoin block? You know, it's like it's a pretty like daunting, just like open, like blew my mind type of feeling, you know, like and think about, you know, I'm not the only one, right? Think about this. I only have a measly 500, 600 terahash solo mining Bitcoin. Think about the people who are all solo mining with petahashes. Think about how much money they're spending, right? And then also think about, you know what we should do? If we calculate all the petahash that's solo mining right now, and if we calculated on average about 50 blocks over the next 780 days, let's just say 50 blocks solo mined over the next 780 days, how much electricity is being used to solo mine Bitcoin right now? And if we did the math, how many blocks? So 50, okay, let's do this. 50, okay, 3.125 Bitcoin times 50 blocks. That's 150. Let's just say on average, the next 780 days, we're going to find 156 Bitcoin. Each Bitcoin right now is worth 67K. That is $10,468,750. Okay, so 10 million bucks. For next 780 days, we're going to find $10 million in Bitcoin. How many terahash or exahash are we spending right now solo mining Bitcoin for the next 780 days? How can we figure out how much exahash is solo mining right now? How can we figure this out? Where can we figure this out? Let me think here. Let's see. CKpool.org has 170 petahash. Okay, let's just say, okay, CKpool is 170 terahash. All right, so okay, we need to keep this number. So this is in for 156 Bitcoin over the next 780 days. Okay, somebody don't lose that number. I need to keep that there. Okay, so let's just say CKpool.org, 170 petahash. 170 petahash is what? Let's just say, let's go to megahash to gigahash. Let's go here. Let's go here. Okay. Okay, 170 petahash. That's going to be 170,000 terahash. Okay, so let's just say, let's go back to the calculator. 170,000 terahash divided by what? Let's just say 3,600 watts. You know, a Bitmain S9, an S21, whatever. So that's going to be 47. Oh wait, I'm stupid. That's just do 40, like 47.
I do have Avalon Q, RPM weight network to USB you have that works with the Nano 3s.
Do I have an Avalon Q RPM? What network to USB do you have that works with Nano 3s? Innocent Darkness, a TP-Link. TP-Link or Linksys. TP-Link or Linksys. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm stupid. I did this calculation wrong. 170,000 divided by let's say 200 and what's a S21 XP? 270 terahash. Okay. So we got 629 S21 XPs. So 629 times, let's just say 3,700 watts. That's going to be 2.3 million watts. So how many kilowatts is this? This is 2,327 kilowatts. 2,327 kilowatt times 0.0, let's just say at 8 cents per kilowatt hour. That's $186 a day. Sorry, an hour. This is an hour times 24 hours. That's $4,400 a day times 780 days. So on ckpool.org with 170,000 terahash right now, solo mining on ckpool.org, over the next 780 days, they're going to be spending about $3.5 million over the next 780 days. So if there's on average 156 Bitcoin over the next 780 days, that's $10,468,000. $10 million. So is this, we didn't even equate the other solo mining. This is just on ckpool.org. I didn't even, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. I didn't even equate. Okay. If we equate molepool.com, 200 petahash, zsolo.bid, 276 petahash, Lucky Monster, 77 petahash, mysolopool.com, 60 pet. You know what? If I added all this, it would be more than the potential $10 million. So we are spending way more on electricity, I'd have to say, on solo mining across the board. Oh my goodness. You know what? We're gonna calculate it. I want to calculate it. I'm that crazy. I want to calculate 276 plus 200 plus 171 plus 77 plus 60 plus 49 plus, I'm taking all the solo pools together, plus 23 petahash plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1.45 plus 0.8 plus, dude, there's a lot of solo pools. 0.697 plus 0.5 plus 0.3. Oh my gosh, just keeps on going. Plus 0.2. I'm just gonna add these all together. 8 roughly plus, oh my god, plus another 300.3 there. Okay, plus, yeah, another 2. Okay, all right, 550. I'm gonna say 1.5. Yeah, and these bigger pools are all pool mining in the exahash. So 1.566 petahash. Okay. Nope. There we go. Ron Watkins, I have more petahash than some of these pools. Ron Watkins. That's crazy. So I know Public pool. Does public pool show how many solo miners there are? Public pool. Let's see. Bitcoin. Here we go. Public pool. Here we go. Public pool hash rate 45. Online devices. There's 20 petahash of bitaxes. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at this. 10.8 petahash for NerdQX pluses. Okay. Dude, that's wild. That's actually wild. Okay, so how much total do they have? Oh, I guess it's right here. I don't even know what is this. This is in petahash, right? Let's just say this is like 45 petahash, right? 45. This is all in hashes. 45. I'm gonna say this is 45 petahash. If I did the math in my head here, yeah, about 45. So add up another 45. Okay, plus 45, which is not that much. So 1611 petahash. Okay, so let's go to the calculator. All right, so that would be 1.6 million terahash. 1.6 million terahash divided by, let's just say S21 XP. That'd be about, let's just say 6,000 solo miners right now, roughly. I included public pool. We're not equating, we didn't even equate, you know, those that are sovereign individuals solo mining at home, which could be in the, again, in the petahashes, could be even more, right? But let's just say 6,000 S21 XPs. Let's just go 6,000 times 3,700 watts. Okay, that's 22. Let's just say that's going to be 22,200 kilowatts. So times, let's just say 9 cents, 0.9 cents electric. That's $2,000 an hour times 24 hours. That's $47,952 a day times 780 days. So collectively, right now, rough guesstimate of about 1600 petahash. We are spending over the next 780 days at roughly about 9 cents electric. This at 9 cents electric worth of, like, let's say S21 XPs, which are the most efficient at the current, roughly the current models out there that are available. So we're spending $37 million collectively solo mining to earn roughly about $10 million in Bitcoin potentially over the next 780 days. We're everybody here, everyone that's solo mining collectively in the whole world, roughly, we're spending more than we are at 9 cents versus if we were to just, if we all just simply just bought Bitcoin. We all should just, everyone should stop solo mining right now when we just buy the Bitcoin. I think that's what's happening here. Dave Hall, power companies are the only ones making money. Dude, the power companies are making bank right now. They're making money. Yes, 100%. Jeez. See, this is the perspective. Exactly. Like, that's a perspective I never thought of. This is just daunting to me. If we just, what we did here, we took average blocks in 2025 was 22 blocks, right? 2024 was 17, even lower. 2023 was 12. You know what's wild? You know what's even wilder is that the hash rate back in 2023 was much lower, right? Like 270 exahash. So to see that it's gone up 4x and that we've found maybe like a few blocks more in the year on average, That's wild. That's actually wild. Wow. That's daunting. That's okay. So what has basically transpired for me is, you know, thinking about, am I lucky enough to hit the block? Am I willing to spend 12 grand? You know, if I'm spending 12 grand, you know, for the next 780 days, am I willing to spend that money? Am I willing to spend that money? And you guys, let's see here. 34% of you want me to do that. 19% of you say no. 13% of you say definitely not. And 34% of you say buy Bitcoin with it. So there it is. There it is. Tungsten says there, but it's so much fun mining and doing everything that goes with it. I can't stop. Tungsten, I get the appeal. You know what? I definitely understand that. If I had one or two of these things, that's all you need. I think at home, you don't need like hundreds of these or 10 of them. You just need like one. That's the main point of these things, is to just, you know, you're trying your luck, and having one at home is all you need. You don't need like 10 of these things, and that ultimately is going to rack up your power bill. You know, it's yeah. If we look at it collectively, we're all spending money. We're all spending a lot more than currently than what we're actually finding. So that's a big problem. We should all just spend that money in buying the Bitcoin instead. But you know what's funny? You know what, one thing I forgot about. So if it was 6,000 machines, 6,000 S21 XPs, how much are those machines worth? Let's times that by, these are about, I think, $44,000 right now. So not only, okay, let's just say there's $24 million in hardware solo mining right now of S21 XPs. It's probably more than that if you consider NerdQX pluses, etc., etc. So not only that, we're people are spending money out of pocket to buy the hardware, and then we're also spending the $37 million in electric to hit, on average, $10 million or 156 Bitcoin over the next 780 days. So we plus $37 million in electricity. So we're, you know, CapEx $61 million to hit minus 10,500,000 Bitcoin worth as of now. So we're in the red. We would collectively, we would all be in the red. $50 million. Everyone's solo mining. That's so funny. The power company. The power company and the people who are selling the hardware are the ones making money. Yeah, if you think about it that way, if you think the perspective here is the power companies and the people who are selling the shovels, selling the miners, are definitely winning. Oh, that's just a really funny perspective. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? So what we did, anyone just tuning in, we took the average of how many blocks were found in the past year, times that by, you know, or did the average on average over the next 780 days. How many blocks could we all collectively find? How many Bitcoin could we all collectively find? We added all roughly the solo hash rate on what we could find publicly, including CK pool, public pool. But that doesn't, it could be a lot worse, actually. You know, like this number, the hash rate we found, which was 11 petahash, could be a lot worse, right? But 1.6 exahash of the network is solo mining, which right now the network hash rate for Bitcoin is 906 exahash. Woo, that's brutal. Ooh, that's brutal. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Very interesting to think about. Very interesting to think about. Rude puts, company write-off and tax write-off. I mean, assuming you're making that assumes you're making income, because if you're solo mining and you're not making income, you're not making any money from solo mining unless you hit a block, of course. But if you don't hit a block and you're writing off your hardware, you got to make sure you have profit from somewhere else. You got to make sure you're making profit from somewhere else, otherwise you can't really do that. I mean, you can claim losses, but I don't know how many years can you claim loss before getting audited. So, all right, well, that's, yeah, very interesting. That's a very interesting thing. Very interesting. I'm gonna sell all my miners now. Over the next, I'm gonna post up all my little solo miners on my store. I'm gonna do it. Not all of them, but I'm gonna post a lot of them. So if anyone's interested, redpandamining.shop. That's probably where I'm gonna post a bunch. Yeah, it's just I think as I'm understanding everything regarding Mempool, bigger players, it's a very hard game. It's a very competitive game to solo mine right now, and I don't think it's something that I'm not gonna try my luck in doing, because I don't think I'm ever gonna hit a block. I'm not lucky enough to hit a block, so I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on that. Zapirate, are you buying a wood chipper? Zapirate, I actually need a wood chipper. I'm not even kidding. I legit need one. I got like hundreds of, actually thousands of branches everywhere on the ground because we had a windstorm not too long ago. Sloshquatch, can you just purchase your own digital shovel and have the entire container hosted at Terra? Hey, that's not a bad idea. I wonder if they would let you do that. Terra hosting. I wonder if Terra would let you do that. I want my, you know what? Because this picture is old because they have more containers on this side now. I want to have my own container right here, right in the dead center. I'm gonna ask them. Like, I want my own. What do you call this? What do you call this thing? The not substation. What's this thing called? Tip of my tongue. What is this called? Transformer. God, transformer. Yeah, transformer. I want my own transformer. I want my own digital shovel right in the middle, right at the end. I need like a massive red panda, like red LED thing at the top. And as you drive in, I'm at the very back. Dude, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Sonder Circus, Law, you have bathwater for sale on the shop? Saunders, Sonder Circus, it's a yes, I do. It's a joke though. So don't buy it. It's just there as a joke. So funny. So funny. Ron Watkins, Red Pen of Money, I can make that happen. Ron Watkins, let's do it, man. Let's do it. I'll have my own little digital shovel. How much are digital shovels anyway? Digital shovel. All right, let's see here. I just want the small one. I'm assuming this is like, okay, it's 24 grand. Okay, I had to spend 24 grand for this? Dude, that's too small. How many miners could you even fit in here? Let's see. 27 Bitmain miners. 27 or 35 Watts miners. Okay, that's quite a bit, actually. Okay. Gen 3 mini pod. Oh my god, $197,000. Oh, that's expensive. Okay, I don't have that kind of money. Okay, I'm not buying that. Joker Miner, chump change for you. Red Panda Mining, you like that. Joker Miner, definitely not. Too expensive compared to DIY 10-foot container build. Yeah, Ron Watkins, yeah. Dude, that's too small. That's what she said. Lukewarm Tech. Red Panda Mining, the price of a 300 kilowatt digital shovel, you can buy 2 megawatt RK mission critical. Never mind, RK is 100k USD. Oh, okay. Brutal. Lukewarm Tech. Red Panda Mining, 500k gets you 1 megawatt in Texas. That's true. That's true. And it comes with everything. AKA, shout out to GoGo Tech. Anyone looking for gas flare, 3.5 cent kilowatt power, check out GoGo Tech. Tell them RPM sent you and they'll give you a deal. Game Smokey Dan. Now scroll up and read my other tag message. Smokey Dan. Don't feel defeated. I know what will cheer you up. Finishing the 20 GP rig. I know it cheers you. No, I'm not working on that 20 GP rig. That 20 GP rig can go to hell. That 50 HX. I don't even... Dude, do people sell the 50 HX? Let's see. Dude, somebody bought a 50 HX 10 gigabyte card for $130. Just a couple days ago. I have like 50 of these. Why are people... Who bought this December 12th? $296. Who bought this? I'll sell it to you for 50 bucks. What? Why are people spending this type of money on these cards? Can someone explain to me why somebody 3 days... Dude, I could have saved you like 50. I'll sell it to you for $100. And you know what? I should really start my eBay store. I should... The type of people who are buying this stuff is unbelievable to me. I really need to sell. I need to start my eBay store. It's just going to be called Red Panda Mining. I'm probably going to get scammed like crazy though. People are going to scam me on eBay. It's a pirate, December 12th, 2023. Oh, is that 2023? Oh, okay. Ah, you're right. December 12th, 2023. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Ah, 6600 XTs. I have 48 of these. Are people still buying? Dude, people still spending this much? 189? 175? Okay. What am I doing? I have 48 of these. I will sell these right now for over $200. Easy. Dude, I have almost 10 grand worth of 6600 XTs sitting, doing nothing. Dude, there's a lot of people buying these. Wow, I'm surprised. There's a lot of people buying 6600 XTs. Okay, someone just bought one. Oh, no, that's June 4th. Okay, the recent, February 19th, 209, 182, 259, 189, 175, 189. Dude, that's crazy. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, I need to sell my... I really need to sell my old GPUs. I have so many. You guys have no idea how many I have. Like, I have a lot. I probably have like 100 grand worth of GPUs. Just sitting, doing nothing. Thunder Magnus. I've been putting miners hidden in job basement places where no one knows or even goes. Free Wi-Fi and power. Huge basement area. Shh. Thunder Magnus. Wow. I mean, you're providing heat, which is nice, so. All right, we got 125 people here, 65 likes. Anyone just tuning in, don't forget, we're doing an Avalon Q giveaway in yesterday's video. Go watch this video and give it a comment, watch the whole thing, let it run, and choosing the winner March 1st for an Avalon freaking Q. Okay. Rude puts. I know how many you have, Red Panamite. Rude puts. I have a lot, and I really need to sell them. And I should just get ready. I should just sell them. Yeah. Ontario Miner. Put them on your own website shop. That way you don't have to pay eBay fees. You're right, Ontario Miner. You're right. But the thing is, Ontario Miner, I'm not gonna get the, I'm not gonna be able to get the, how do you say it? Visibility, right? Who in this community is gonna buy GPUs from me? I don't think very many people. But how many people in the eBay community, like these guys, look at this. There's already been like there's eight sales of 6600 XTs on eBay over the past 2 days. Like I could easily post mine for like 160 bucks and it would fly off the chart. Like it would fly off the store probably on eBay. So it's like visibility is one of the issues with my store. You know. Jim C, RedPandaMining, I would like the Avalon Q, please. Thanks. Jim C, has that package shipped yet? Jim C, has it shown yet? Has it changed? You know? Jim C, visibility is less. By your watchers are the right people. You will sell more here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone here is gonna buy my GPUs. That's for sure. I don't think anyone's gonna buy my GPUs. Anyway. Okay, bros. I think that's it. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. Appreciate you guys. Is there anything else you guys would like to talk about? Anything else? Smokey Dan, I told use VPN, make shop on eBay, set it in UK and pay no tax on sales. Smokey Dan, just have it shipped from Canada. Okay, that's interesting. Rude Puts, you will sell them as a rig or separate? Yes, I will buy them from you. Rude Puts, you would buy GPUs from me? All right. I've just been extremely lazy posting anything, putting stuff up on my shop because it's not easy. Let me tell you, it's not easy. But you know what? I'll try to work on it this weekend. I'll just start posting stuff, whatever I find on my store. I'll just liquidate. I just wanna liquidate everything. Not everything, but okay. Todd Rose, RPM, it's been fun and nice chat with others with the same mindset. Todd Rose, thank you, man. Again, I'm not trying to, you know, get people away from mining, like solo mining. I'm just wanted to put the realization that, you know, it is a very hard endeavor right now to solo mine Bitcoin. And I think all of us that have, you know, little solo miners, it's just majority, 99.97% of us are not going to hit that block. So of course there's that chance out of the 50 blocks that could be found by us over the next 780 days until the next halving. But you know, I just wanted to put that out there. You know, as long as you're okay and willing to pay electric out of pocket for the next 780 days or till the next halving, then so be it. Personally, I think I'm probably gonna start winding down. I'm gonna put it that way. I'm gonna start winding down some of my hash rate. Jim C, package still has not moved, still in customs. Is it? Oh my goodness. Okay. Have a joyful rest of the day and amazing weekends. Make the way. Smokey Dan, thank you, bro. Panda wants people out or to drop off for better solo chances. Maybe that's what I'm trying to do. Maybe I'm trying to get people to not get into solo mining, and so the hash rate will stay the same. Well, it's hash rates. Bitcoin hash rate's actually going down now because difficulty. We just had the difficulty adjustment back up to 144. So mining Bitcoin right now, yeah, difficulty's gone back up. We're gonna have another drop, but that's gonna be in 14 days from now, so that's quite a while away. But I'm gonna assume hash rate is gonna start going down even more. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Buying or mining, as long as government bank leeches don't get a single penny, it's worth it. Epic Cosmos. I'm not gonna I could talk all day about that, but I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna talk about that. So, all right, my friends, you guys have a great day. I think we could start the crypto Olympics. Lamau. Are you doing fine RPM unlike the others that really don't give you the honest truth? I think majority of us give the truth. It's more so just I think more so needs more education on the other side of it. And I think just giving that reality, right? Because it's I don't want people's expectations, people that are solo mining, to have very high expectations of hitting a block. I understand it's just literally like gambling, right? It's just like gambling. So as a pirate, large scale mining for you, stop when difficulty is high and wait 2 weeks till it goes back down. Yeah, as a pirate, and then it's gonna, and then people are gonna turn back on. Yeah. Okay. You guys have a good one. Rude Puts, what's for dinner? Rude Puts, I don't know. Something easy, probably. Todd Rose. Okay, you guys have a great one. Thanks for coming in. Hit the like on the way out, and don't forget the Avalon Q giveaway video from yesterday. Go watch that and comment down below for a chance to win. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Peace out. Have a great day.